Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 968 of eating a sheet of paper a day. The way I kind of want to visualize this series right now is imagine the 20th century. All right. We are currently in 1968. All right. It was the year before the Sharon Tate murders happened, the same year the Kinks released their album Village Green Preservation Society. And so every day we will progress a year forward in time until Y2K when the Earth explodes, obviously, which is canonical, and the series ends. All right. That is how we will think about this. So, welcome to 1968. I will forget that I did this bit ever by tomorrow. So, as far as we're concerned, this is a one-off thing unless I remember tomorrow, which I won't. But Brian, let's get down. Down as in views, which we are. We're at exactly one viewer. Views are down. Let's get them up. All right. Anybody, if you know any mutuals, if you can have like 9 alt accounts watch the stream at the same time, Gilbert the G underscore, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Let's fight stupid. I see. So, Sean's, well, okay, you're Sean's friend. I'm sure Sean told you about me, and you know that I have AIDS, herpes, and a third unnamed disease that causes lesions on the left ass cheek specifically, as well as the tip of your cock. Now, these are 3 blood-borne diseases. Now, if you are to break the skin while fighting with me, I highly, highly recommend that you wear a hazmat suit or facial protective equipment, because you will possibly contract a terminal disease and die within 3 months. Well, nice haircut. Thank you. Thank you, Chow Chow. I will also reciprocate. I'll say nice haircut because, and I'm saying this either 3 months in advance or 3 months belated, So I'm sure you have a nice haircut as well. And thank you for the courtesy. It's not that nice. As a matter of fact, the lady who gave me the original haircut fucked up big time. Essentially gave me a side shave and kept this way too long. So I had to cut this short, and I waited 3 days for the hair to grow back. It was abysmal. You can check out a stream about 4 or 5 days ago. It was not it. I felt the cool breeze on the sides of my head. It was very disorienting. It was I had to do something. So I'm not gonna do the thing where you put on a hat too, because like again, when I get older, I'm gonna lose hair up here. But right now I had a lack of hair here. So if I put on a hat, I just look like a bald fuck with no hair. So I actually look like I'm having a crisis. So I feel like the best scenario was just let the breeze blow on it. And plus, again, I just think when you're bald, wearing the hat, that is the ultimate symbol of shame. I'm never going to that point. But I was truly, I don't think I've ever been as embarrassed at a haircut than I was on that day. It's a little short on the side, but presentable. Yeah, I know. It passes the threshold of allowed to be exposed to the naked air, and you're not going to get stoned to death. But yes, I thank you. I'll have you know, my sides grow so fucking quickly. It'll be like this haircut never happened. All right. So, I mean, when it comes to haircuts, it's a pretty low stakes game with me. Ooh, speaking of which, we're going to put our score for the day. I'm going to be so fucking real. I have gotten some pretty good nights of sleep recently. I got 8 hours uninterrupted, which might not sound special. And I had to take 5 milligrams of melatonin to do it, but 8 hours uninterrupted is monumental. There was a stretch, and it's still kind of going right now because that's kind of the norm. I have insomnia right now, and I've been getting about 5.5 on a good day hours of sleep. Most of the time, 4 to 4.5 hours of sleep every night. It's been continuous for about 20 days straight. I've been getting 4.5 to 5 hours of sleep in multiple pieces too. Because what would happen is I'd fall asleep for about 90 minutes to 2 hours, then I'd wake up. Most scenarios, I would not be able to get back to sleep until hours later, and then I'd fall back asleep for another 2.5 hours. You understand why this is such a problem. And there's about a 4-day kind of brain buffer in between the lack of sleep and the negative effects of the lack of sleep. So fast forward to now, I've gotten about 2 to 3 really good nights of sleep in a row, and then it hits me. It's really bad. In fact, I'm glad that it's happening now and that I have good nights of sleep currently, or at least a couple of days ago, because school's starting next week. And if the timing is just a little awry, I am so royally screwed. And it is up to me to be alert because I am taking some classes that logically entail me paying maximum attention. If I fuck this up, I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't feel any shame, Mr. Gecko. You can still gecko away here. I mean, it's all you do. I mean, if what you're doing right now isn't considered geckoing, I don't know what you call it. Let's see. My sides also grow fast. So yeah, exactly. So I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm thinking is what we're going to be doing is we're going to be tracking our daily hair growth for the next 32 days, right? If I can do my math properly, and we'll see if it's presentable by day 1000. If not, then well, stream's ending, so there's that. Oh, reminds me, Gilbert, you have not been here before when I gave this announcement. Chow Chow, you have also not been here when I gave this announcement last time, and I'm going to try and like weed through the brain fog to make this announcement as crystal clear as possible. Notice how I started streaming at like 8:30. Actually, no, if I'm doing the math here, 8:39, all right? Like an unprofessional son of a bitch. People are saying that this channel has peaked at the paper eating live stream. Beyond that, it'll be a grand fall off. And I want to prove these haters wrong. So we're gonna do 2 to 3 streams a week, and they're gonna be on a tight ass schedule. By the time this series is done, I will have a consistent schedule. I will know what to expect. And I'm thinking one of the weekends, possibly there's going to be one kind of evening stream. I'm thinking 6:30. And then there's going to be another kind of afternoon stream. I want to start it flat at 12. I will announce what days these are going to be on in due time. What I'm thinking is I might do a casual Monday stream at around, say, 12. How about that? And then we're going to have a big recap stream. Actually, you know what? We're not doing any big afternoon streams unless I do them extra. But I'm thinking Monday and Saturday, right? Now, Pacific time, both at 12. Actually, shit, my school ends at 11 on Monday. That's dicey, isn't it? Well, we'll figure that out. It might be more like at 1. But they're going to be long streams. They're going to be involved streams. We're going to be using web exploring mode. I might even play video games. It's going to be a little more generic, but I want to add something of my own in there. I'll figure out what to do. Yeah, it's going to be a scheduled thing. It's going to be more professional. And on top of that, from this channel, you'll be getting maybe 2 or 3 uploads, actual videos a week in addition to these live streams. I am planning on making this an actual content creation hub. Where's everyone? Oh, yeah, it's late at night. It's past everyone's curfew. Don't worry. Which is why, with the new schedule coming in, I am planning on having these streams take place at a specific time on the dot, as well as I'm going to be using a new system I've never done before. We're making my streams specific down to the minute, all right? Like, it's going to start on the dot at like 12:31, whenever I decide. And I will have an official upload. I will find some way to pin it to the homepage announcing, here's my new schedule. And I will also put it in the description of my channel. And that is your crystal clear schedule announcement in advance, 32 days in advance. If you post more variety content, I will watch. Yeah, because like the thing about this stream series is that it was kind of a double-edged sword. Like on one hand, it was a really cool gimmick. And I'm saying when it comes to mainstream appeal of gimmicks, eating a sheet of paper a day is such a fucking genius idea. I don't think I'll ever top it. My prime creativity phase is officially over. However, we are not about quality here. We are all about quantity, quantity, quantity. And for being honest, the bit is dead, all right? I think every person is tired of seeing eating a sheet of paper a day, blank big number. The bit's it's beyond over. It was inevitable. It had to happen at some point. I'm amazed it lasted, 6, 7 years? Very impressive. But I've been a complacent content creator for too long now. Now, if you go to my main channel, which is good content, you'll find it, I'm sure. In fact, you might already know what it is. But it has less subs because it was less about efficiency and more about creativity. Every upload was a new thing, which is why I only upload once every 2 years now. So I want to do that, but just more efficient. I would make those very high effort uploads. Now what we're going to be doing is posting kind of low effort stuff, but I come up with an idea. I talk about it. We edit like a CGI black penis flopping around in the background. I'll have a green screen. We have a high budget here. My CGI team will digitally insert everything in, and we'll call it a day. That's the upload, People will watch that as long as it's consistent. It doesn't have to be a cinematic masterpiece. I'll save that for good content in 5 years when I make my next upload here. But this has gained some traction. And if I can do it once with eating a sheet of paper a day, surely I can accidentally strike iron and do something. I used to be a professional product reviewer, and I still have the reviewing chops. It's just I got to get back into that flow state. It's been a long time. In fact, I've been stockpiling up on condoms for this exact scenario. I just got to make the big step and just bloody do it, you know? Well, I guess you still want the beef. I'll be at your hood like a own it. Dude, step in, my friend. Step in. You already know. You already know I live in Bakersfield, so step down there and go to the male strip club. I'll be at the pole waiting for you, bitch. Well, 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 look who we have here. I've been expecting you. Mr. Gecko, I think we were all expecting him. His moves are so predictable, I can see where he is going to make his next step from 10 miles away. I knew he was going to do the whole, ha, nah, bro, 1 minute spar right now. I'm glad you think I'm worthy fighting material. Cheers to that. Okay. Let's make this fast because if we're being honest, it's a late stream. And right now I am waiting until day 1000 to really go hard on the streams. Right now, this channel is in a sub-dormant state. If you guys have noticed, track the views of the recent videos and live streams on this series. It's been antiviral as fuck recently. And also, this insomnia is such a problem. Like I am honestly like it's not in me to do long streams. This is it. So when the paper's gone, I'm gone. Then you will see how much lames I pop like you. Asterisks many. Thing number 2. Again, come down to Bakersfield. And when you're talking pop and you're going down to a male strip club, careful, okay? I was talking about spreading my STDs. Make sure you don't spread yours. We're so close to 1,000. Yeah, well, 32 days. That's a big number. All right, don't count your Orbeez before they break. Okay, but yes. Wow, this is like really good water. Is this Nestle Pure Life water? Okay, I'll make a mental note of that next time. My mom has a whole thing with microplastics right now, so she refuses to buy bottled water. So I'm like, dude, it's convenient. Every time water comes from a tap, it kind of has that metallic iron taste to it. No, man. Also, every time I taste tap water, whatever house that tap is in, the water carries with it the taste of the house. You know, when you go on when I was a kid, you'd hang out at a friend's house, but I specifically noticed the smell issue when I'd go to a friend's house when I was younger and do what we called a play date. When I was younger, we do these play dates, and Spencer's house was so fucked. Like, just the entire thing smelled like he left something rotten in the back of his fridge, and I could just smell it. I could smell it throughout the whole house. And I knew that was probably just the smell of the carpet. I don't know. There's like just dog piss in the carpet or something. But you know those houses where you enter and it feels like that weird old food in the fridge smell permeates through the whole house. That's what it was like. And I shit you not, in every house I've experienced that smell in, which is about half of them. If you go into a stranger's house, half the time the kitchen smell will pollute the entire house. The tap water from that house will also taste like how the house smells. It's so fucked up. So again, I do not care about microplastics. I would rather ingest my own weight in credit cards than deal with the iconic house smell / taste in tap water. That's actual Flint, Michigan material. I refuse. So yeah, I'll take bottled water any day. And plus, no proof microplastics do anything but just pass through us. Again, I am not trying to drink water polluted with old fridge microbes. Tap water's gross. Gilbert, I know we're about to duke it out soon. We're about to do a little spar in the middle of a crackhead alleyway, but we can find some middle ground there, okay? Did I ever tell you about this one kid in my class who ate paper and punched me in 4th grade? Yes, you did, and I confirmed that it was me. I know it's been a while since we interacted in school, but nice to see you again, punk. It was fun punching you in 4th grade. You're the homie, thanks. Oh, dude, how convenient. I had a couple gripes about tap water. Yes. I mean, what really started all this was the fact that I was ingesting Nestle Pure Life water from a plastic container on top of the kitchen counter instead of whatever the fuck's in our fridge. Last time we used the built-in tap in our fridge door, some like black shit came out. It's like there was some black mold growing inside of the nozzle and it just like squirted out. We have not used that since. It's been 4 years. Andy the Anteater. Brian, I saw a girl that tried to early paper. You have a a really bad keyboard, lots of typos, possibly autocorrect is working against you here. But yes, she tried to eat paper. Well, I will say good and bad. Good because there's lots of fiber reserves in paper that helps your bones grow strong long term, as long as you get no esophageal ruptures or clogs, right? Choking hazard, not for children under 3 years of age. So depending on her age, um, be careful, okay? Just tell her to be careful if you ever come in contact with this very intelligent young lady again. But on the other hand, unless under professional surveillance and supervision and being given professional advice, possibly fed through a Bluetooth earpiece by me or another paper reading professional, we are hard to find out there, by the way. I just want to disclaim that. It's possible that this girl might not be able to deal with the high levels of gross motor function required to properly chew and process the paper. There's a very specific tactic. This is not food for everybody. Exactly. You read my mind, Mr. Gecko. Appreciate it. So just know, if you come in contact with her again, say she better abide by those rules, or her and her parents are not allowed to place a lawsuit. Make sure to clip this, possibly have a transcript. I have a stenographer. We'll get it worked out. Make sure to include that and the number link, possibly a YouTube link, so they can verify that these statements were in fact made. So if any deaths happen in the family, I'm not going to point fingers at who might die, but you know how it is. I've done this spiel before. I'm doing it for my safety and for the safety of the American justice system. Then we will be at 100%. 100% of what, man? I feel like I'm so lost. It's probably how tired I am. That's probably it. My bottom screen is messed up. Sorry. Oh, don't be sorry. I didn't even notice because I'm doing a live stream and you're just sending me comments, which is cool. Oh. You know, actually, you know what you're reminding me of right now? Where is this? It's now, don't even think that I'm being judgmental or being a meanie or anything like that. I am just reading this out neutrally. But I saw this story on Instagram and it was very funny. And you know, I'm going to read it neutrally, but just pretend I'm reading it in a Redditor voice. All right, I'm going to read this out. Excuse me. If you're going to claim that you work harder than someone, you probably shouldn't say that to a musician. Look, we have put in countless hours into not only practicing our instrument, but also studying music as a whole. I don't make much money doing it, but I do it because I'm passionate about it. Anyone can do things like sell cars, food, clothes, or whatever, but to say that I'm lazy and not doing anything is rather insulting and ignorant. And I take great pride in the fact that I've taken my instrument to a higher level than most people would usually do. Because of that passion, I will only get better and better. I enjoy what I do. It comes from my heart, so respectfully, fuck you. Some parts of that I like. Other part, and this was a statement I saw from a random person on the internet. Nice reading. Thank you. Yes. I was the #1 reader in English class. I would read Huckleberry Finn. Every word, every letter of Huckleberry Finn I would read, loud and proud. I love the part where this anonymous person goes, anyone can do things like sell cars, clothes, food, work labor jobs, actually shovel shit out of a coal mine, whatever. I mean, when you're saying sell cars, sell food, that's like the food service industry, notoriously the bottom of the societal pyramid. Anyone can fucking do those jobs, but I play guitar, man. I play John Mayer covers, so fuck you. I get it, though. I get it. I think it's the idea of hierarchy of jobs. I will warn anybody who notices this or engages in this. If you notice yourself the victim of the hierarchy of jobs comment, don't do it back at them. Don't go, well, actually, my job's better than yours. What the fuck are you doing? You're selling food? Can't believe you're providing food and nourishment to people on a food truck like a loser. I know that's not identically what you're saying, you know, but I was more or less calling out someone who was calling me lazy. I will say this. Musicians can be lazy too. I mean, you've interacted with some people in the jazz industry. I sure have too. And we have both come across lazy musicians. And they get gigs, believe it or not. I pissed on the moon. Footage or it's not real. That's it. I've had enough. I'm pissing on the moon. How do you like that, Gilbert the G? I pissed on the moon. You know, I really appreciate this because Gilbert the G normally comments irrelevant shit anyways. So it's good that he... You know what I think this is? Mr. Gecko is outdoing Sean, the Soxbanger slash Gilbert, the G underscore at his own fucking game. The two of you duke it out, man, because it's a lot better of a dynamic than just one guy talking irrelevant bullshit to himself. It's good if there's, it's like a man yelling at his own reflection, and the other reflection starts yelling back at him like a Looney Tunes cartoon. It's awesome. I had a gig at the Masked Ball last week. It went pretty well. Very good for you. You've grown. I remember when you would get no gigs, and that's great. It's not great that I remember when you got no gigs, but it's great that you are not getting no gigs now. Yeah, I'm tired. Whatever. Why does Andy have all the weed, bro? I never piss on the moon. Hey, that's between you and Andy, okay? Dictator Brian Arc. That's right, and I'll do it again. I mean, that's what I got the haircut for. Every dictator has to get the side shave haircut, all right? I'm growing this out, all right? It'll just come in the next 4 years, all right? You guys have time to leave the country before I really complete my arc. Okay, let me put this off to the side. Anyway, Gilbert, I remember your horse porns. Yes, wage war, man, wage war. Don't even fool any. Like, I love how even like the goofiest, likely youngest members of the live chat, possibly Mr. Gecko, they know that you're the same person as Sean. Worst disguises ever. I know that you're not trying to disguise yourself. You're just doing a bit, but I don't know. It's best if everybody ignores it, you know? I used to do readings on the stream. I used to write short stories when I was in high school. And, I mean, they were bad, but people liked it when I read them. So I used to do readings back in the day. I could do... Let me see if I can find one. They're all so ass, though. Oh, my God. Oh, dude, I fucking... Oh, my God. This is so emo as fuck. This is so fucked up. Oh, my God. This is so embarrassing. I found an old Google Doc of me. This was a Google Doc that I sent to my special education teacher because I kept fighting with her, and she was doing stupid shit, and also she's been outed recently for making insane claims. She got fired from her job. Either she got fired or she unamicably quit. One of the two, with no in between. And I sent her an angry document. Now, there are some people, including my dad, who has a theory that again, she's been working in special ed for a long time, but her experience with me single-handedly made her want to leave her job. I can't confirm that, and I'm not the one who's saying that. That's everybody else. But, read it now. Okay. I mean, it seems as if you can change your name as much as you want, but I know that's spelling from anywhere. That's what I'm saying, man. Especially the underscore at the end, all right? That's the dead giveaway. Because reading does not involve brain activity, what I'm thinking is I do a reading of this angry Google, and I'm going to warn you, this is bad. Like, I had legitimate reasons to be upset, but the way I communicated it was actual just, like, tortured black hole teenager notebook type shit. Okay. I don't even remember what I wrote in this. Just reading little pieces of it, even the beginning. It's so fucked. Now, let me say, I was 15 when I wrote this. I was 15. Cut me some slack. Okay, let me read this out. Disclaimer. If I'm writing something for creative reasons, I will write on a myriad of different topics, thus occasionally making what you old boomers call an inappropriate assignment. I am not writing this to be creative, so there will be no appropriateness issues. I can see your hand reaching for the referral sheets. Stop that. And I tried to separate my teacher into like 7 deadly sins, and I gave them awesome names. Flamboyagorn, the creature of attention grabbing and ecstaticness. Ego. I meant to say ego, but I wanted to change it, so I named it after a waffle company. Ego, the creature of bold, hollow claims about oneself. Furioso, predicted the Mad Max movie about, 4 years ahead of time? Give me some credit. The creature of impulsive action and not thinking before one lashes out, and I correct myself, that was 6 to 7 years before the movie came out. Tatal, I hate this. Oh my God. The creature of defensive reporting to authorities because of basic upset feelings. Very true. Denial. The creature of distraction away from and pushback against these sometimes true accusations against her teaching skills. And surface level. Good one, Brian. The creature of lack of subtlety, which is, she specialized in that. Rarity, the creature of perspective, humility, thoughtfulness, and ability to peacefully settle a rough situation by respectfully talking to someone face to face. There are the 7 creatures of Ramirez. 6 of them are a problem, and one of them is the one I wish I could have been there for me, or the one I wish could have been there for me these past 2 days. Okay. What the hell happened, Brian? I do want for you to read the following sentence because it's important for you to notice the humility and self awareness that at least I can have. I could have done better. I believe that you really started this BS, in parentheses, pardon my language, and that this is a big overreaction to my introductory letter, or that there is a big overreaction. Okay. But I still could have taken care of these situations with a little less hastiness. Uh, the word is haste, Brian. Jesus. I also know you're aware of how difficult it is for me to admit fault sometimes, and that this took me a great deal of effort. Please recognize that. That was just me trying to fish for extra credit there. It was quite easy to write that sentence. I don't even know what I was talking about. This all started with oh my God, that's what this is all about. She sent me to the principal's office for asking to have math homework printed out, because she was overwhelmed, which is so funny. If you're managing special ed kids in a special ed classroom, you should not be the one dealing with overstimulation issues, all right? I know because you grew up in special ed, you feel like you should manage special ed. In some cases, that can work, but that does not give you a free pass to pull the bullshit, you know? You pissed on my fucking wife? Okay, that's good. I'm glad I'm catching up on chat. I know all the context. And act like nothing happened, and Brian looks back. It didn't work. You guys got the timing wrong because you guys are still freaking out. As far as I'm concerned. I never watch horse porn. Good. Go to war, gentlemen. This all started with my stupid-ass math homework and how I wanted to print it. We all know how it went. You insisted to print it out yourself in order for me to not go into the media center to print it. I said okay. After a homeroom room in which I had to run to the bathroom, in parentheses, because I really had to pee, and I wrote the title of a Wesley Willis song, I Whipped Batman's Ass, which I wrote silently on a sheet of paper so I don't possibly see how I could have been trying to amuse anyone except for myself. I, silently, without drawing unnecessary attention to myself, walked up to your desk quietly and politely to ask you if you could print out my math homework. In parentheses, one of the more polite things I was planning on doing that day. You responded by drawing more attention to the two of us than anything I was planning on doing at that point in time. You told me quite loudly to sit down and that you were not in the mood for my, quote, middle school jungle gym shenanigans. I understood Furioso was busy at the moment, which is my name for her singular deadly sin that was acting out at the time, but I decided to attempt to clarify that all I wanted was for my math homework to be printed. You kept interrupting me, so I couldn't get a chance to properly clarify. I finally got a chance to tell you that all I was doing was trying to print my math homework, and you sent me off. To the principal's office, that is. This is insane. It's not even like gracefully written. It's just me listing off bullshit she did. Yeah, she sent me to the principal's office for asking to print out math homework, which I know it's like the equivalent of like, bro, you guys really elected a Trump, or you guys really elected a felon into office, which, I mean, it's like a catch-all phrase that erases some context, but I mean, the missing context for Trump is that they found in court that a lot of the claims of the crimes were not really rooted. Also, there were serious mistrials. That impeachment trial was terribly carried out, if I should just keep it to as few words as possible. Also, they're really talking about, I mean, a lot of, like 50% of the illegality claims are about the Stormy Daniels stuff, which very clearly was fishing for money and attention. The missing context for my special ed teacher's bullshit is that she quite literally got overwhelmed and sent me to the principal's office for simply asking to print out math homework. There is no extra layers to this story. It's all the same shit. That's literally all the story is. Colonia Park's like my least favorite park. Can you choose something else? Oh, yeah, not she, Mr. Gecko. You want to spar? You want to spar with Gilbert the G? Well, again, Mr. Gecko has powers of explosiveness. That's not a very good way to phrase it. He can explode. There you go. That's better. They made my paper reading woke. I'm working against it, but yeah, it's the inevitable, you know? It is what it is. Anyone can be a felon if they really put their mind to it. That's what I'm saying, you know? I'm not saying the gentleman in the big house is special, you know? We could all be felons. We just got to be at the right place at the right time. I'm a felon, but you didn't hear that from me. Who's a felon? I don't even know what you're talking about. No one said anything. Wait, why am I talking to myself? This is the last piece. We made it to half an hour. I'm so proud of us. I have a couple things to do. I'm amazed I went this far. If I get to talking, I just get carried away. Gentlemen, this was a good stream. Sorry about doing it late. Sorry about having an unscheduled, haphazard approach to streams recently, but it's intentional because I want for the contrast between this and the post paper eating, more organized streams when I do variety content. I want for that change to be apparent and appreciated. You can't rely on people just giving out appreciation for free on the internet these days. You kind of got to fish it out yourself. And I do that by intentionally having my content be actual garbage. Like this is lowest common denominator. I used to make edited videos, believe it or not, that I put effort and creativity into. What the hell is this? But everybody, I will see you tomorrow. That'll be day 600 or no, 969. You see, I'm actually screwed up in the brain here. It's actual brain fog. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. And until next time. I fucked that one up. Goodbye. Ugh.